Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Inside of today's video, we're going to be going over some Scrim gameplay. So it's been a while since any form of tournament or any like Scrims really for myself, but over the past week or so I have been grinded with Nindin and Loz. And if you missed my tweet earlier on, I recently announced that will be our roster for this year's BSC. Me, Nindin and Loz, and also FaZe as our managers. So really excited. Loz and Nindin did really well for Big last year, came really close to qualifying for the World Finals, so hopefully we can pick up where they left off as well. So before we go into today's video, make sure you're using a credit code in the shop. That'd be greatly appreciated. And without further ado, let's jump into the video. Alright guys, so heading into the first game here. So we've got Rubble Super Stadium. So apologies for the little bit of a cropped gameplay, just because it's done from my iPad. But anyways, as you can see, up against Na'Vi. So Na'Vi actually the team that knocked us out in the World Finals last year. So some really good players on this team. So it'll be quite interesting. Considering me, Lars and Nindin, a really new team. We've only probably had like 5 scrims together. And I really took like a long break from scrims and practices. So I'm definitely going to be really rusty, especially involving the meta. And just making those mistakes here and there. Just need to flush those out a little bit, and then should be back to normal. So as you can see, Super Stadium, it looks like they've banned the Grom. We banned the Sandy. Honestly, you can ban a bunch of different things on Super Stadium. It's just down to kind of personal preference if you've got that first pick. So we banned the Sandy. Sandy's just a little bit too annoying on this map, in my opinion. The peak's just so strong, so really hard to face off against. So we picked the Byron in the middle. We feel like the Byron synergy is just so strong right now. I honestly could have picked like a bunch of different things. Super Stadium, I think it's a really good map. But yeah, the Byron synergy, especially with like a single tank, can be absolutely insane. So kind of picked up with the Byron first pick. So next up, they have Jason. So I feel like I can't actually remember this game which brother would pick second. Looks like they picked the Bell. So honestly, that was definitely a mistake from them, because we picked a mid, right? You don't really have to pick a mid straight away. So if we first pick a mid in any map where you only have that one long range brawler or that one mid, you don't want to be picking in the next stages, if you get what I mean. So Jason could have easily took like the next best lane, and then also MMA, another good lane as well, and that would have probably been a lot better. But it looks like they've taken the Bell and the Daryl. We're going to pick the Ems. Ems is a really solid pick on this map. And I think as a last pick, we picked Surge, I believe. I think we're going to go for like a Tara or something like that. But I much prefer a Surge, especially against a Daryl. You can easily feed your super from a Daryl. You've also got his jump that can counter Daryl's roll. So Surge, a very strong pick on Super Stadium as well. Really good in Rubble in general because of his TPs and the plays he can make. So what we're going to be doing is, I think I'm going to be switching onto that Surge. Nindin going to be the mid for the most part, unless I have to play Jean. And yeah, I'm going to be mainly a lane as well for this season, because Nindin's just so strong at those long range brawlers. Very, very dominant, especially with the Piper. You guys probably know, if you've watched any form of competitive last year, that Nindin's Piper is absolutely insane. So as you see by that combination, they've got a really good one. They went with a Stu probably to like break it open. I'm not entirely sure the kind of thought behind the Stu. Again, I've really got to get to grips of the draft format, in the sense like of just getting used to like the first picks, second picks, count picks, and whatever else. So going into the first game then of this Brawl set. Again, this is Scrim, so a lot of teams are just going to be trying out a bunch of different stuff, especially with draft. They're going to see whether, like, I don't know, Daryl's second pick is strong. You know what I mean? There's just going to be a bunch of different things they're testing. So of course, this isn't like a true reflection of a team's skill. So just point that out there, because I know a lot of people just get salty. So as you can see by this first play, really strong right there. So with Super Stadium, in my opinion, I absolutely love it. But for me, a lot of this map is down to puzzle. I can't even say ball properly. Ball positioning. I mix them words together. I don't even know what I'm speaking right now. But ball positioning. So if you get the ball in a decent position, a lot of the times you can make really easy goal scoring opportunities. So for me, I always tend to score a lot in Super Stadium just because of whereabouts we put the ball. Which a lot more than like other maps like Sneaker Fields, right? Because you really don't want to be pushing the ball forward at all in Sneaker Field. But on this map, I feel like you can, because it's a bit easy to escape the trap. But as you can see, we do concede right there. So again, MMA pushing up. I've got my super though to cancel I think I just use mine just for the third level. Get pushed back just a little bit too much because I'm kind of scared of his roll. But again, I don't want to just run into his face. Daryl's going to do a lot of damage. So you can see here, Jason goes for the shot. Somehow doesn't go in. I have no idea how that didn't go in. So that could have easily been a really quick win from them. But we managed to save it. So in terms of matchups, I can take either of the brawlers. You know, Surge is good against Daryl, good against Stu. M's definitely going to have a better matchup against Daryl, so that's why Lars is going that way. Again, like, Byron in scrims right now is absolutely just insane. It's just so strong in the right hands, and definitely a brawler that is top 3 easily in this meta. Probably don't see it so much in ladder, because obviously you can probably counter it with a lot of aggro, but inside of Power League, inside the draft format, just absolutely insane. So again, I'm just going to be double pushing this lane, just because we can get some good pressure. As long as we've got the ball on our side, it's going to be pretty decent. So Lars puts the ball in a good position. That's exactly, well, kind of nearabouts where you want to put the ball if you want to be looking to score. So here we've got Byron healing us in behind, so a lot of the time Byron can just cancel out the damage that is dealt out. But you can see that I'm able to double jump, well, jump 2 times in a row to stun them and get the ball and score. So that was a pretty insane play right there. Remember, that just felt so satisfying to make, so definitely had to get that in the video. But anyways, going into the second round, so definitely good that side around. We honestly could have lost that first game, so got to bear that in mind this time around. I feel like Daryl is, I mean, he's waiting for his super. That's all you got to kind of do with Daryl. Basically, you got to wait for, it's like an egg guy in a way, so you got to wait for that first super. Can't really do too much until you have that roll, because for the most part you're just going to be feeding, unless you can like catch them off guard. But you can see straight away they switch that matchup, which I feel like they feel like Daryl's probably I can't even get my words out. It's feeding me too much. It's just been ages since I've kind of commentated over some sort of competitive gameplay, so a little bit not used to this. But like I said, like Daryl probably feeds Surge too much. He's just feeding my level. You can see here I've already got my 4th level just from the constant feeding of Daryl, and a Surge with a Byron healing is just absolutely insane. A really good synergy. You can see here I'm just pushing up. I do waste a shot on the wall there, but I'm able to use my super to then cancel that out. So I've still got 2 more TPs left. MMA tries to slow me through the wall, which doesn't end up working out too well. I've still got my super for the 3rd level. That's all you really need with Surge for the most part. You don't really need to, especially against the Daryl, you don't normally need to get to that 4th level unless you're kind of fancying it. But as going into it, unfortunately the timer isn't on the screen, but I think there's like a minute left on the screen. Still 0-0 for this game. I'll probably work on just recording like solo games, so you can actually see the timer on the screen, because I think it glitches because of how long I've like recorded it for. I think it's like an hour and 30 worth of gameplay in my iPad here, so Nindian doing a good job here, just trying to make a play with Surge. Probably overrunning it a little bit too much. That's one thing about me, especially in scrims right now, while still getting used to like other gears and whatever. I tend to rush things a little bit too much sometimes, but that would obviously come with like tournaments and other things, just getting back into grasp with things. So that is going to be a goal for us. So some nice Byron heals behind, just proving how strong he is. And the main reason why Byron is just so annoying, in my opinion, is because you can just get 3 taps in and then straight away you can just go aggro with your splash. It's just so frustrating to play against a Byron, because there's not really many counters to that splash, right? Especially if you're going to get killed by that splash. It's just so annoying. So we're going to end up winning this game here. So pretty close game. I felt like they could have drafted something better. Not too sure what they could have picked, but I just felt like Stu kind of played it into our hands a little bit too much. But that's going to be the first game right there. Let's hop into the next one. Alright guys, so heading into the next game at Super Stadium again. So normally in scrims you play 2 games per map, and it's kind of long considering the draft system, but that's kind of how it is. 6 gamers as well. So scrims normally last about an hour 45, which is quite long to be honest. But anyways, going into the draft stage. So we have they've got first pick, so normally we do ban Grom. I think we actually banned something else. I can't remember what we actually banned. Actually, I think Nindin actually lagged out, so it was a bit glitchy, so it actually banned Lou. I actually remember this game. So they banned the Stu, we banned the Lou. So I thought they were going to pick the Grom first pick. Normally when Grom is in play, he's just picked straight away on most maps anyways. So I think they actually picked something other than Grom, if I remember this correctly. Yeah, they picked a Byron first pick. So they thought that Byron was just so strong in that first game. So they actually ended up picking something else. I'm going to pick a Daryl, because I just feel like Daryl is so strong in Rubble. And to be honest, especially with a Byron Daryl synergy, we don't want to face that. It's such a toxic synergy right now inside of Power League. Well, inside a draft format, so I don't want to be going that. So we're going to pick Ems as well. Ems a brawler that can face a lot of different matchups, so I think that's why we chose it in the end. So if I'm correct, I don't think somehow, actually, with me speaking about Grom, I think no one actually picked Grom in the well, we're actually like at the beginning. I think because they picked a mid brawler, we thought we could save Grom towards the end. So that's why I don't think we picked Grom just yet. They went with a Surge. Obviously, feeling like Surge was really strong in the last game, so they went with a Surge. Definitely a strong pick, especially considering Ems and Daryl. I feel like Surge could potentially take both matchups just as good as each other. And then the last pick, I think it's a Spike from them, if I remember correctly. So Spike, to be honest, I'm not really sure why they went with a Spike, especially considering that Ems and Daryl have a lot of HP and can probably take on Spike on a map like Super Stadium. And then for last pick, I'm pretty sure we went Daryl. So let me see if we can skip. Actually, no, I'll just let it run for now. But yeah, we went for the Grom. Grom's especially going to be good against this composition as a last pick as well. Grom's going to be good against Spike, got to be good against Byron. You know, Grom's going to be insane against those squishy characters. So really, really strong last pick from us. Kind of unsure why Grom didn't get first pick from them, but maybe they're trying a different strategy. So going into the first game, so kind of judging off how I played against Daryl last game, I kind of like used that and tried and like to learn from it, if you get what I mean. So now I'm doing the opposite matchup. Now I'm the Daryl against the Surge. So what I was doing, you can just see on the screen, I'm just sitting in the bush. I'm just not allowed, well actually I moved up there, but basically I just didn't want to feed Surge at all. I'm just going to sit here, wait for my super to charge up, because that's what you really need. I don't want to feed that Surge because I'm not going to be able to roll on him if he's got his super. So I'm going to push up now because we've got a little bit of pressure. Maybe, well, that was definitely a wrong decision from me. I should have just waited a little bit, but I think I got a bit scared of him pushing down the middle. But now I have a roll, so now it's just down to me trying to get the right rolls, trying to create some space and pressure for my team. And looks like MMA is probably like 1 or 2 shots away from his super, so I've got to be careful for that one. He's got his TPs as well to escape, so he's going to use a TP there, which, you know, in my opinion, I want to use the TP there. Rarely I will use a TP to escape. I've probably only used it a few times to escape the whole time playing Surge if it's a really clutch situation, but for the most part, you want to save those TPs to make the plays. So definitely a wasted TP from MMA there. But he didn't get tapped in the middle. Looks like again I want to try and get possession of the ball, just because obviously I'm the Daryl, I should be the goal scorer. So I'm just going to roll on the ball here. Maybe a bit of a wasted roll, but I just want to get the ball away so we can't score. Again, I know I'm not really playing the best right now. It just feels quite weird playing scrims and getting used to it, because it's been such a long time and not practicing. But right now, again, I'm just waiting for my roll, not really having to do too much. My roll basically guarantees a free kill every single time, and then if we can combine all of our things together, it's going to be really strong. So I just roll in there, just spam auto aim like crazy, just try and create some space. Dean with a super as well, so we get a little bit of pressure going, but not really been able to do too much with it. Jason's able to take down Dean as well. So to be honest, we've been on the back foot the entire game, but they've just not been able to make any sort of goal scoring opportunities. So again, just going to look to heal up. The second I heal up, I should just be able to roll onto a Spike or any one of the 3 and take them down quite easily. So again, just waiting for one of them to overextend a little bit, and then should be able to get the roll onto them. So now we're going to get some control of the grass. I know that I can probably roll on Jay. Actually, no, on Alex is here. No, I'm just going to create some space. Looks like it's going to go really weak though, so my teammate's playing really, really well. But now I'm able to roll onto the Spike, create some pressure, get the kill on Jason as well. And that's going to be perfect opportunity for us to score. So just at the right time, I'm able to catch a few of them off guard and get the kills to secure us that goal. So that's all. That's basically what Daryl is about in this type of meta. The Assassin Brawler, make space for your teammates to push up and try and at least confirm 1 kill with the Daryl. Again, there's just hardly any brawlers in the game that can do too much against a Daryl roll. And even if Daryl rolls and doesn't get the kill, you know, the enemy is going to be really weak and going to be easy for your teammates to finish him off. So really well done from the Indian to get a few taps in down the left. Definitely would have been a good strategy to double stack down a lane, especially with a thrower like Grom. So again, I just want the ball out of that position, especially with a Surge. He's able to just TP and make some plays. So I just want to get it away from our middle. Always a dangerous area to have the ball in their possession down the middle. So I'm just going to roll in here, kind of get deleted, but Dean with a really strong super, nearly got MMA down. But those Byron heals just proven so strong, and it's one of the most annoying things in this meta, just a Byron heal just constantly spamming. For the most part, his healing is just able to outproduce anything that you can do in terms of damage back to them. But again, they kind of do die a bit of a waste from me. I honestly should be playing it a little bit more passively, but I have got my super on respawn, so I might be able to make a play here. So MMA is going to look to try and get the ball in a good position. I'm just going to roll. I know he's got jump, but I need to try and make something happen. I can't just sit and get pinched forever. So again, I'm going to look to try and heal up and try and create a play here. Nadine has the super as well. So I'm just going to pass the ball up. That was definitely a bad play from me. I remember saying straight away, I should definitely not have done that because, if they had all the pressure, I was really weak. Should just put the ball in the corner. That's normally the play in Rubble. Put the ball in the corner if you've not got a good opportunity because, you'd rather not concede. But it sounds really dumb, right? You'd rather not just give them the ball and they're going to be able to create a goal scoring opportunity because you're low. You just want to put it in the corner, son. Now, I think it's nearing overtime, but I've got the ball here in a good space. MMA is just completely unaware that I'm going to roll in here. And again, that's what I'm talking about in terms of the ball positioning. You need to put the ball in a better position there, especially with a goal scorer like Daryl. For the most part, it doesn't matter if you die collecting that ball. You just need to get it in a better position and you're safe. So that ball position there has just cost them pretty much the game there. Literally out of nothing. We've been pretty much pushed back the entire game, but literally that one opportunity we're able to make good use to it. So that's going to be the first that's going to be the win there. All right, guys, that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this one. So again, like I said, these are just some practice games, as it doesn't really reflect truly the skill. Obviously, only shown at 2 wins. There's a lot more games we play in a scrim, and obviously a lot more losses that we would have got. But just testing things out. Just want to show you guys some gameplay of playing some scrims and showing you like the Power League. Power League format in the scrim, just seeing how it works. So that's how it's going to work for the whole of BSC. So it'll be really interesting, especially from a spectator. So pretty excited to play competitive this year. So that's going to be it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.